Nice.
We're live.
We're live. Do we need or you probably just, I was going to say we need a common clap, but
Nah.
I guess this day and age, we got the technology.
Yeah.
Huh? We don't need all that.
Yeah, it's, I don't really use the clapper or anything. I used to when I was first learning how to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I scout anything that I do in my life.
Yeah.
I do on YouTube. Like,
Of
anything
course.
that I learn, anything that I've ever learned how to do,
Yeah.
it's been through YouTube. Photography, videography, lights, everything has been through YouTube.
YouTube University.
So when I was watching for podcasting to start, everybody was like, "Oh, you got to clap 3 times to get the sound synced and stuff."
Yeah.
Man, I also didn't know how to use DaVinci at first, because that's what I used to edit the podcast.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to use DaVinci, so I didn't know how to use the sync feature in DaVinci. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a manual. I put a Rode mic on top of the camera, use that as scratch audio, and then I just listen to it and I just sync it up.
Manually?
I just do it like that, because I'm like, I just look at my mouth and then I just sync it up like that.
I remember those days too. I did the same thing starting out.
It's it's a weird thing. But welcome, audience. I'm Malik Scylore, the host of the Malik Scylore Podcast. I'm glad y'all are here with us today. I have a special guest today, actually. Obviously, we have a cold open, so y'all heard us talking already. But we have DeCon here in the house, man. Clap it up.
What's up, y'all?
DeCon here in the house, man.
In my house, in my new house.
Yeah, in your spot.
Technically, I have you in my house.
Yes, you do. So, yeah, it's your podcast now. So, introduce me.
I'm the captain now.
This is a nice place, bro. Like, I know I've told you this 1,000 times. But
Yeah.
This is a nice place, man.
Dude,
like,
thank you.
I've always wanted to be in this. I love cement floors.
Yeah.
Like, the view. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not even the view. How you feel about just being here in this space and just every day you wake up, you see that? Like, how does it feel?
Dude, it feels amazing. Like for background, it's like we were here right, like Midtown, basically, Atlanta, Georgia. And this is my brand new apartment at like the shops at Pont City Market. So like right downstairs is like all of the shops and restaurants and all that and everything right on the Beltline. Very advantageous location for getting around in a very nice way in the city without a vehicle, which is rad. But beyond that, like stylistically, I love me like a factory converted loft. I love like the brutalist kind of design and same thing, concrete and steel. Like maybe we can get into it later. It's like I am like, before I was even that deep into the craft of filmmaking, I was into the craft of metalworking. And oh, you didn't know that? Okay. No. Yeah. So it's like I have my whole shop at Cinder Lighting and Grip with all of my welding equipment, and I have a CNC plasma cutter over there, and the natural patina of steel corroding and different metals and concrete stuff. I love that. So circling back to here, like I love now living in a place.
Like this seems like you obviously, I mean, I met you, the audience doesn't know, but I met DeCon last year. Yeah. It was last year, right?
It was last year, yeah.
I met you last year. Yeah. And you just seemed like, this seems like your vibe.
Oh.
Like if you,
thank you.
If you look at DeCon and then you look at the place, you're like, yeah, that's you. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. This
that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me, Malik.
Yeah, man. It's like this is you. So do you go by, like, do you tell people you're a gaffer, or it's like, you're just like, you just do everything?
I put this in my Instagram bio forever ago, because of course everyone is defined by their Instagram bio.
Of course, yeah. You have to be. What's in your bio is your persona.
Right. I call myself a technical creative. Like that's what I really feel like that's what I embody, whether it is me working with my hands in my shop, or it is on set. It's like, that is who I am. I am a technical creative. I enjoy both things equally. And most people, know me as a gaffer. That is that is what I am best known as, especially like because of the social media following and all that and stuff like that. Most people have seen me doing my content about gaffing. Right. But it's like I've been a photographer forever. I've been a cinematographer forever,
Great cinematographer, by the way.
Oh my God,
great
Malik.
DP. great director of photography. Oh my gosh, great.
my God.
We'll get into the movie later, but yeah.
This is just a whole podcast of Malik glazing me. This is not
This
going
is
to be
what
good.
I do. I get a guest on it. Well, I don't want to say. Yeah. You get it.
Oh no, dude.
I got to give you your props, man.
I do appreciate it, man.
I wouldn't have wanted to interview you or do a podcast with you, have a conversation with you, if I didn't appreciate your work. Like, there's things that we can talk about. There's your social media following, the technical aspects that you know of the field. Like, you're not like a small factor in the field. You know your shit. Like, that's like,
thanks, man.
And that's real. Like, I can pick your brain about things. That's the type of person that I would want to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I do give those compliments, they're genuine and from the heart. Like, if I didn't like something, I probably just wouldn't ask you to do it. But
dude, I appreciate
since I did, it's like, it's because I appreciate and I see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thanks, man.
I guess it does sound like I'm glazing now. So yeah, we're gonna dial it back just a little bit.
Come on, get humble. Be like, yeah, man, yeah, DeCon. I like you, all right, I guess.
I do, man. It's just,
whatever. You fine. You good.
It just comes to me. So speaking of gaffing, though, like, so how did you get into knowing? And for the people that don't know what a gaffer is, what is a gaffer?
Yeah. That's a great place to start, because I feel like it's like the hierarchy of film is very mystical to many people if you don't work in it. And honestly, I will say I've been working in film for like 15 years in so many of the other departments. I still don't understand art department. I don't understand production. I don't understand all the different intricacies of the different jobs. So that's a great question. Breaking out the hierarchy of imaging on a film set, it's like you have the cinematographer really at the top of the imaging kind of department, and under them you have three departments. You have the camera department, of course, self-explanatory, and then you have electric and you have grip. And so electric and grip are the ones that work together for the most common job that they're doing. The biggest job, I would say, is lighting the scene, among a lot of other things that they do. And the best way to understand the breakdown of electric versus grip is electrics are light creation and grips are light modification. Now, of course, grips also do camera movement. So any dollies, cranes, that type of stuff is all grip as well. But the electrics are headed by the gaffer, and the grips are headed by the key grip. And key grip and gaffer are completely equal lateral positions underneath the cinematographer.
Got you. So and we'll get into the short film that we worked on, but on that short film, Isaac would have been the key grip.
No, he was gaffing, and I think Jeremy was our key grip on that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to get the parallel correct, because I know, like, movies get done, things get done, but commercials get done, but people just don't know how they're made.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if this is true, and I believe it to be true. I don't know if it is, but audio and visuals, like what you're looking at in a movie, it's like, it says like 80% of the film. Like, if somebody doesn't like the way something looks visually, then they're not going to watch it. If somebody doesn't like the way something sounds auditorially,
yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
auditorially.
Let's go with it. Auditorially, yeah. Then they're not going to listen to it. And I feel like lighting is like super important.
Well, when it comes to like, that was the one thing I first learned about photography, when I realized, I was like, oh, you start into like any kind of like videography or whatever, and you're all about cameras. You're looking up all these different camera specs and Canon versus Sony versus Fuji, and then there is that moment when you realize, you're like, oh, if I actually want my stuff to look good, it's not necessarily just the camera and the lenses and stuff and the different post stuff. It's like, really the differentiator is lighting.
So how do you feel, going on to the lighting topic, how do you feel about, and we're going to get back into how you started gaffing, but how do you feel about like Apple doing everything made with iPhone or shot with the iPhone?
Yeah.
And like, how do you feel about when you say it's about the lighting?
Yeah.
So if something is lit well, and you just record it, it'll look good.
Yeah. Which honestly, it's like the new iPhones are
Amazing.
They are amazing.
Cameras are amazing.
It's like, with shocker to the audience, I am an Android boy, so I've had Androids forever.
It's green bubbles all day. Where's my camera? But green bubbles all. Oh my gosh! Because I was gonna FaceTime him because I was asking him about should I bring this C stand, and I was like, let me FaceTime you real quick, and I was like, oh shit. You don't have an iPhone. Do I duo you or meet you or something? It's like, what do I do? But
you know what? Honestly, I think this is a good protection though, because like you iPhone people, you iPhone people. I don't know if I want unprompted FaceTimes from people.
You have to do it. You just gotta, like you're on the phone. And then you hit the.
I'm too much of a millennial for an unprompted FaceTime. Like a phone call is penetrating enough. Like that's already too much. So I don't know. But it is funny because like the latest iPhones have been making me think, I'm like, do I switch to an iPhone? But anyway, wrapping to your question, it's like that is the biggest example because it's like, it's whatever. This is the saying that's like as old as time of like, you can give a shitty camera to a professional, they're going to make it look very good. And you can give the best camera to an amateur and it's going to look absolutely like shit. Yeah, exactly. So
that's 100% true. I watched before we was podding, remember I was telling you I think we did that on the pod. I watch YouTube a lot. And when I first got into photography, got back into photography. I was watching it was a YouTuber that does his whole channel is just taking an amateur photographer, videographer.
Yeah, I love that one.
Them the most.
It's like a Hello Kitty camera or something,
And then the professional, whatever they deem professional, but the professional makes like great things because his composition is well, his lighting is good, and then they'll give a amateur photographer, a Hasselblad X2D or something, and it looks like shit because they don't know what to do with it. It's like. I know some people look at that as like gear still matters, but I mean, if you don't know what to do with it, it doesn't matter. If you don't know what to do with it, like I've rocked with that Sony ZV-E10 for a minute, and it does what it needs. Like when I first started having paid clients for photography, I use that. Paid clients, I use that for photographers. It's like you just have to know what you're doing with the camera or know enough of what you're doing with the camera to make it look good, man.
Absolutely.
But getting back into how you started gaffing, how did you start?
Yeah, well, honestly, that's a pretty good dovetail into it. Was I remember, I always knew I was like, well, of course, I started like everybody. I was like, I'm going to be a director, and then I learned like exactly what a director is, and I'm like, I don't know if I vibe with that. That doesn't sound like a fun life to me.
I don't know if I want to do that.
And again, that kind of goes back to like the technical creativeness of me, where I'm like, I can't just have the creative and I can't just have the technical. I need to have both. So that's where it's like, that's a director of photography. Like that is that job.
Correct.
And so I pretty quickly realized like, okay, I want to shoot. Like I want to be a DP. And then, and then I learned basically what I just explained about the hierarchy. I was like, oh, what? The cinematographer is the person telling the gaffer and the key grip how to light. And then I'm looking at all of this gear and the trucks that they're bringing and stuff. Because I started in like 2011 as like a production assistant. Like that's how I got into the industry. I just very luckily through like one of my friends, their dads was a producer and was able, kind of knew that I somewhat knew what I was doing. I was very good at YouTube University. I kind of like had a good baseline, so he felt comfortable enough inviting me on, a couple sets. And so I was able to really see the behind the scenes. And once I realized that, I went like, oh man, if I want to shoot, I feel like I got to really learn this lighting stuff. And I don't, I'm kind of overlooking and seeing the cinematographer, telling the key grip, what rags to use on the diffusion and which lights they want to use with the gaffer. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought I just had to know like cameras and lenses. I didn't realize I had to know all of that stuff too. Yeah. A whole grip truck and a whole lighting truck worth of gear. I'm like, that's a lot of stuff. So, of course it was just the natural thought process. I was like, well, very much like the journeyman's mindset. I was like, well, let me just work, try to work as a technician, for a while. Let me try to get into grip and electric. And so, as a PA, I, started talking to the G&E guys, got in there and started lighting, and all the while I was kind of just doing my own projects. So I was buying more of my gear just to be able to shoot my own stuff.
Right.
And then there was that kind of critical mass where I was like, oh shit, I've just been spending all my PA money or a little bit of like G&E money on gear. I'm living with my parents, like starting out. And so I was like, oh man, I actually have enough gear that I might be able to start renting this out. And then it was just kind of like that self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, I have gear, I'm renting it out. So then people are hiring me as a gaffer, even though I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm like a 23-year-old kid, like just kind of trying to figure it out. This is back when I lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. And so I'm doing like corporate video talking heads. It's not hard. It's really easy stuff. So that was really my...
To the world-renowned DeCon is easy. To the average person, they wouldn't know where to start.
Well...
They would not know where to start with corporate talking heads.
I guess I would just say, like, those clients were easy to please.
As long as it looks good, they're lit well.
And it was pretty flexible. I worked with a lot of really, really great folks out there in North Carolina that actually were really incredible, shooters. And that was really where I cut my teeth and learned. But I found myself at about like 25 feeling like I was hitting a ceiling in North Carolina. And I was like, well, I can't be like the smartest guy in the room at 25. And I feel like I really haven't even really learned that much deep into lighting. I haven't worked on like a real movie or anything before. I've just done this corporate stuff. And so then that's why I moved to Atlanta in 2017.
Did you start working on movies? Like,
Yeah. So I pretty much immediately got into the union. This was back when work was plentiful here. And luckily just was able to do my thing networking wise. And, worked on some Marvel shows, some DC shows, some different movies and stuff. And just working as I worked both. I worked as a grip, I worked as an electric, I did rigging, I did, first unit stuff. And then honestly working on the big union stuff, I just kind of was like, I really missed that. Working directly with the director of photography, I miss gaffing. Like I missed that kind of like actual,
hands-on.
The hands-on and like the creative element of it. Again, like I said, it can't just be technical, and that's kind of what it is when you're a technician. You're just labor. You're basically a construction worker on those big union sets. And it's cool to see the scale of.
But you want that creative. That creative light.
And all the while, I still had my gear and everything like that, so I was able to just start pushing myself more.
Yeah, you have a shitload of gear, man. The first time I ever saw you, I didn't know it was you, by the way.
Yeah.
But it was at a ATL Shooters event like last summer. And I had just met Claire. I had met her at the event before that. Kofo. I just had met her. And she was like, yeah, I'm finna go outside and like DeCon setting up lights. She'll say a name like I just know who everybody is, and I didn't. I'm kind of. It probably doesn't seem like it, but I'm kind of like an introvert a little bit. So it took me a lot to even go to one of the events. It took a lot. Like my girlfriend at the time, she was like, I showed her the post for it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go because there's a lot of people doing stuff. I'm like, no. She's like, just go. Like, dude, just go.
Oh, that's nice that she pushed you.
All right. So I went. And then you were outside with the big ass truck full of lights, and I'm like, "Oh, he must work at because this was at Digital Thunderdome."
Oh, it was that one.
It was at Digital Thunderdome. I think that was like the third one I went to before it burnt down. But you had this big ass truck, and I was like, he has to work here. Like, all this gear, this guy has to work here. But I was leaving when I saw you, and then me and Claire got closer, and then we started talking about shooting something. And I was like, I don't know anybody. Literally, I don't know if you know the story of how the movie, the short film got started.
What's the background on this? What name and all this kind of stuff?
For the audience, DeCon and I, and more people, more names to be, a lot of names. Which we'll get to. But we worked on a movie together, a film together, a short film together. And it was written by Claire. I met Claire through one of Tony's events, and we started talking about doing our own thing. Like we were shooting like a disco shoot. They're up on my the pictures up on my Instagram. It'd be like a disco shoot.
Yeah.
She was holding like a disco ball, whatever. And Lauren was
those
there.
are cool, yeah.
So at that studio, the studio is actually called the Disco Church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called because it has disco balls coming down from the ceiling. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
that's
it has
cool.
like a whole bunch of disco balls coming from the ceiling, which is not great actually for because it has a big skylight too. So it's just like disco
it's just
reflections.
shooting lights everywhere.
I had to boost the aperture so high and have my 8600 just drown out all the stuff. And then the studio owner was like, "Oh, you can just pull. I have a pulley system. You can just pulley them up." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you for that." 20 years later, but we're talking about owning our own thing, doing our own thing, like how hard it was to get out there and network because Atlanta's just so saturated with creatives, and you have to it's just a lot. So it was like, let's write a film. Like let's write, because I've written 2 movies before, never filmed them. I just wrote them. They're just sitting. Like one's been sitting in my Google Docs since 2018. We're working on it now, actually. But she was like, "Well, yeah, I'll write something." So she wrote something, and DeCon, I promise you, we were gonna take that A7 III right there and shoot it. That was it. I was gonna take the what is it, the 60 watt, the SL60W?
Yeah.
We're gonna take that, use that as light if we needed it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna take that A7 III, and we were gonna shoot a movie.
Yeah.
And then, but Claire and her networking genius, she got all of y'all involved. You, Isaac, Jim. Let me see if I can remember everybody's name. DeCon, that's you.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah. Isaac.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Yes.
That was the lighting. I mean, not lighting. Sound.
Sound. Yep.
Nathan was sound.
Yep.
Jeremy.
Yep.
Tristan.
Yep.
Tristan's a gem. Shout out to Tristan.
Amazing.
If you see this, man, you're
also
awesome.
Incredible director. I just worked
yes,
on his
I
short.
saw you working on. What's it called? Kudzu.
Kudzu can't help but grow. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I saw. I was locked in on the behind the scenes. I was like, oh man, I'm so ready. Shout out to Tristan, man. You're awesome. But yeah, if I'm missing somebody,
probably a lot of people. Yeah. Who else is it? It's or like actors. Was it Connor?
Oh yeah, the actors too. Yeah, Connor, Caitlin. I don't know if it's Caitlin. But
you're gonna have to cut all this out. They're like, damn, they're so ungrateful.
Like, why did the sun change? Yeah, we cut 20 minutes out.
I was trying to remember his name.
I think it'll come back to me because I'm literally visualizing her Instagram profile.
Yeah,
It's a pink background.
It's or is it Kayla or
it's Kayla.
Kayla.
It's Kayla. That's exactly who it is. It's Kayla.
Haddonish.
I cannot tell you any last names.
Yeah.
But Kayla. But yeah, we worked on the film, but she called y'all literally like 2 days before and 3 days before. I think you were the first person that she called.
I feel like we put it together.
But
then
then
a week
you
and a half.
put together your networking skills.
Yeah.
You put together a whole, like when she sent me the email, it was like, yeah, I think DeCon has a few friends that'll help out. That's how she put it.
That's how she put it? That's
yeah,
funny.
She's like, a few friends that'll help out. And then I seen the email. It's like, first they see this is this. I'm like, oh shit, we got a full production going on, man. So, and that was, but all that to say, networking is very important, and it's hard for me to get into. It's hard for me to get into network. I have to check that time sometimes. It's like 23 minutes. But it's hard for me to get into network because it's hard for me to talk to people. Like when I go out, I don't know how to approach people for real. Like it's it's a different thing. But as a photographer by trade, I'm a photographer. But I want to venture out into stuff. Like I want to talk to different people and stuff. But over this past year, this past 2025, networking and stuff, man, it's been just godsend, really. Like just oh my gosh, like I've met so many people. Me and Claire are working on a new film now.
Oh great.
She's I think she talked to you about it already.
I believe so. I know she said there was another thing in the pipeline. So.
Yeah, it's like
it's exciting.
Like it's a feature feature length. Like it's
fun.
It's still budget though, but it's probably like 3K, 4K budget. But it's like I would have never did that without having like. Dude, when I say, I know you're tired of me glazing you, but when I say I look at you for like inspiration of like just how you've moved through the game, and the wealth of knowledge that you're okay with spreading, like you have what, 50,000 followers on Instagram?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
And these people watch your stuff. Like these people look to DeCon for knowledge of what he knows. And everybody doesn't do that. Like they'll give little bits and pieces of the industry and what they know, but you don't gatekeep. You're like, man, look, I just got this $100,000 Godox in the sky. I use this to rig it up. I'm like, oh man, it's good stuff to look at. So I gravitate towards energy like that. Because you're not afraid to speak about it. You're not afraid to teach the other person about it.
Yeah.
It's really grateful to see. But I'm gonna stop glazing. That's the last time I'm glazing you today. That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I can't promise because when we talk about Dreamhaus in a little bit, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Yeah.
This is a great place to take a break. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Yeah, that was quick. I like quick breaks.
Wow.
Before we get back into talking about lighting stuff, I've had some bad snafus with like equipment. One time I recorded a podcast.
Yeah.
And I wasn't recording at all.
Yep.
I mean, I was going
everybody's gonna do that.
Broadcaster mode. like usually I have an intro. Like when I do guest sit downs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't do intros, but usually I play music. I do the whole thing. Like I'm shouting out people listening on Apple Music, people listening on Spotify. I'm shouting people out.
Yeah.
And I did the whole thing. Like everything. And the audio was recording.
Yeah.
The video wasn't. But the video is an integral part to me because of discovery. Like it's hard to really discover a podcast with audio only. So video, YouTube, it's better discoverability. Man, I was so mad. DeCon, when I tell you I was heated, because I went to go stop the recording. Yeah. And I started it. I was like, no. Oh my gosh.
Everybody has that moment.
Oh my gosh. I don't even
so
think.
Relatable.
And I still put it up. I recorded the second part. Yeah. And I still put it up because I have a big thing about just doing it. Yeah. This is not a Nike sponsor, but I have a thing about just doing it, man. Like, I have a lot of friends that ask me about my creative process and what I do and how I do it and why I do it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I do it because one, I wanted to. Yeah. And sometimes you just got to go do it. Like everything's not going to be perfect. I showed you my first video podcast. It was ass. It was ass. You didn't say you were nice, but it was ass. It was horrible. Like it was lit with like a 2x2 inches. Yeah. Light. Oh. Coming like. Probably wasn't even 45 degrees. It was probably whatever degrees this is, 63 degrees to my face. Like it was, and the audio was bad. I didn't know how to mix right. Like I had to, but I was like, I'm still gonna put it out because you have to start somewhere. It's not gonna come from perfection first. Unless you just have a lot of money, then you can just pay people to do it. But
no, but that's absolutely the way to do it. It's like you can sit around forever trying to chase a theoretical perfection that will never come if you don't just try,
exactly. You just gotta try it, man.
Yeah, you just gotta put stuff out, and you'll get better with time and stuff. So yeah.
What's your? I don't want to be cliche, like, oh, what's your inspiration and what's your goals? But like, what's your creative top thing that you like? What's at the top of your pyramid for creativity that you want to accomplish?
Dang, that is a really good question. Very broad question.
And let's go film. Let's say film.
Yeah, just in motion. It's kind of interesting because I my whole career I'm like I said, I'm like 15 years in now. Pretty much my whole career has all been commercial type of stuff, whether it is like the corporate video stuff at the beginning of my career, and then just like a solid decade of just like TV commercials. Right. And I did not gaff my first, like I said, I worked on some big, motion pictures and TV shows and stuff, just as like a third type of thing, just working as a technician. But I didn't gaff a narrative until the end of last year. Actually the year before. So it would be 2024. The very end of 2024, October 2024, was when we started The Artist, which is a period piece like dramedy on the network.stream.
heard of that.
Well, hopefully, because I've been posting about it a little bit, so I hope you've seen it, at least a little bit. But it's on a relatively new streaming service called The Network. It's actually incredible. It's got like Mandy Patinkin, Janet McTeer. Oh my God, there's also Broadway star Patti LuPone. We had Hank Azaria. There's there was just like a ton of Zachary Quinto, who was like Spock, on Star. There was a lot of star power on that show. But anyway, that was the first time that I gaffed for narrative, and I fell in love. Like it's so stereotypical. Like everybody's like, oh, I just want to do narrative. But it's like, yeah, there's a reason. It's like that's why we got into this industry, is to like for storytelling, and it's like
exactly.
I just love like being on that set, especially for it being like a period piece where I'm like, dude, like our jobs right now are to be a bunch of adults that play make believe for a living. Like this is bringing me back to my childhood. Like it's like everybody's so kind of like, even though everyone's like stressed and it's like a hard job and stuff, like your job is to be almost like in touch with your inner child. Like that's basically what it is. Like if you do it right, if you're not super jaded about it, which there are a lot of people that are, but I just love that. I'm like, there's not many careers where you get to do that. And so really, I feel like that is incredibly central to my my quest as a creative.
So do you want to like direct your own narrative, or just be the spearhead of it, like the?
Honestly, like DPing, like that is the big thing. Like in 2026, it's like you're going to see me shooting a lot more. Like already last year, and that was kind of like a really interesting, I guess, progression and stuff. Because obviously, like I told you, I started in this industry and I started getting into G&E because I wanted to learn how to be better at shooting. And then that kicked off a decade-long odyssey, a detour away from the original goal. And I kind of just looked around and was like, oh, like I need to finally come back to what the original purpose was, which was shooting. Like that's what I want to do.
So we really are getting existential, but
no, I'll get existential. I'll get existential as fuck. Like I'll get. Can I curse on here?
Yeah,
can I curse on here? Damn.
Oh
shit.
I
can say the F word.
Episodes. Yeah, you can definitely curse.
No, it's like I'm an open book, and I honestly just believe it. I'm not, especially because it's like it's almost even more so because like people, like you were talking about, people like look up to me on social media, which is crazy to me. I feel a duty to be more transparent about like my feelings and stuff. Like, and it's like, I've said it before, like on social media, it's like, I just got divorced last year and massive life change. Anybody that's gone through that, it's like, it's, it really makes you look at things a lot differently when you were in a very stable place and then you get the rug pulled out from under you.
Everything switches. Everything changes.
It just makes you think very differently. And I think that's where it was. Like I had put so much stock in effort and loyalty into my marriage, and that was, we didn't have kids or anything like that. But it was just, I don't know. It was just a big driving force to who I was and what I did and everything. And then when that gets ripped away from you and kind of your life just kind of evaporates in front of your eyes, like. I was like, okay, well, what I really want to do, and so that's a huge catalyst for me, just like getting what I want, like like here I am in like an apartment that like really is a representation of like who do I want to be, what do I value, like what is the lifestyle that I want, what do I want to achieve, and it's like I'm just like I have for too long worked under too many mediocre DPs. Where I'm going, why am I not shooting this? I've worked under a ton of incredible DPs, but there's a lot of people that are shooting and that have work that I'm not trying to take food off anyone's table, but to me is
sometimes, man, is it's your turn. Like sometimes you just know it's your turn, man.
And that's the thing too, is it's like, no one's going to give you your turn too. Like, that's the thing that I'm like, real, that's where I am in like my state in life, where I'm like, yeah, no one's just going to hand it to me. You have to go take it.
And to just to piggyback off that point just a little bit, the series that I told you I'm directing,
Yeah.
I had to submit the stuff that I've directed. Everything that I submitted was things that either I wrote or was thought of in my brain. Like every single piece of work that I submitted to the showrunner, was things that I just did because I had to do it myself, because I knew I had to take it. I had to just do it. Like a lot of the stuff, like comedy stuff, I do a lot of skits.
Yeah.
So like I submitted I did an Irish Spring comedy commercial, because I hate Irish Spring. I hate Irish Spring because it makes my skin ashy, more ashy than when I got into the shower.
That's really
so
funny.
I did a parody commercial on that, but I wrote it, directed it, everything myself.
Yeah.
I make music. I didn't like the way some of the directors would charge you $3,000. Not directors. Some of the videographers would charge you $3,000 for a mediocre music shoot. So I was like, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
So I directed one myself. And I like my videos more than, and it was all natural. I think you would be, if I showed you the video, I think you would be proud of the lighting.
I would love to see it.
It was all natural light, but the grading was kind of ass. But I didn't know about color. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but like when the color breaks. In the edit,
you're just like where you push the log too hard, or
exactly.
just the
and you can see
raw
it
data you have
through a couple of frames.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
just
noticed
artifacting.
That. Yeah, and I didn't know what that was when I was doing it, but now when I look at it, I'm like, but most of it looks good.
It's a teachable moment.
Yeah, exactly. And but everything I had to put in there was things that I did for myself. Like these weren't opportunities given to me. These are opportunities that I made for myself.
Yeah.
And those just led to me working with other people. Like, because I was like, somebody got to do something to do it. So I definitely get what you mean by like, you have to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, if other people have the same mindset as you, then you're not taking from somebody else. You're just bringing something more to the table, and sometimes somebody wants more on their table.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing. Like I'm somebody that I'm definitely someone that loves to practice humility, and I don't like to really be boastful about myself. Honestly, this type of thing and like having to talk about myself is something that has taken practice. Taken
sometimes
a lot
you got to pop your shit though, man. Sometimes you got to pop your shit.
Well, you do, and that's the thing. That's like the balance that I've had to learn over the last, really, it's only been the last few years, where it's like I had been taking this very journeyman's approach and being very humble, and just being like keeping my head down, learning, doing my thing. But that only gets you so far if you have a more lofty goal. And whether it's just being a creative in general, is a lofty goal. There's not a lot of positions to work, as a professional creative, especially less and less, as the years go on here and technology advances. But it's like you got to be able to come with that confidence, like a humble confidence. That's what I try to practice. It's like a humble confidence.
I want to talk about a event that you and Megan curated together called Dreamhaus.
Yep.
How did that come about? Tell the people what Dreamhaus is first, and then tell them how it came about.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Dreamhaus is really the first ever pop-up art installation, one night only, that is fully designed, created, and curated to be captured. And it's for photographers, filmmakers, models, actors, makeup artists, wardrobe, all of the people, all of the crafts people behind, photography and film, to integrate into a art first event, but be able to create there on site. So it's something that's actually just it's a beautiful concept to me, because if you've ever been to an art installation and you have thought, this is incredible. Like and it's like, it's always me. Like I'm like the photographer and filmmaker inside of me. You go to a really nicely curated, art installation, and the art itself is incredible. It's lit incredible. It's an incredible space. Right. And I'm like, well, man, I wish I could shoot here. Like this would be amazing. And that is what Dreamhaus is. It is an absolute sandbox for filmmakers and photographers to collaborate. With their contemporaries and create something like really, really incredible. The other side of it, which I start with all of that because it is always art forward. It's always going to be art forward. Right. But there is the technical side. So the other side of it is we're only February 7th is going to be the next Dreamhaus, and there's a lot more that we're going to be doing. It's actually only the second one we've done. The first one we did, we had like free cinema camera rentals. Basically, you could just show up there. Our friends at Barron, they had their Alexa LF. They had a Sony Venice 2. They had some different anamorphic lenses, spherical lenses.
Yeah, I was scared.
Yeah, you were scared.
I was scared. I didn't sign up.
You did
I didn't sign up to get the. Yeah, I saw that you could sign up to use them. Yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not ready yet.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not ready yet.
Malik, are you kidding me?
I know, man. I when I looked at everybody using it, I was like, damn, I should have done it. But I was like, nah, I'm not ready yet. Because I didn't know. I was like, are they going to teach me how to use the camera? Like, when I get it, like, do I have to know how to use it?
Malik, you know how much money I spent on insurance for you to be able to use these fucking cameras, and you didn't use the fucking camera?
I should have done it. I'm going to do it next time.
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. But that's honestly a really, really good point, because this is the idea here. This is the concept. Oh, we also had an Alexa 35 that Ari gave us directly, which was cool. So we had 3 different cinema cameras, really high-end cinema cameras. But the setup is that we have a camera team that will follow you around, pull focus for you. If you have questions about the camera, they're going to help you with that. If you want to shoot on sticks, you can shoot on sticks. If you want to, really, I think the easiest way is on easy rigs. So we had easy rigs that you could, just strap the camera to yourself is, easy to shoot.
I saw them shooting, and I guess it was the people from, is it Barron or Barn?
It's Barron, yeah.
Barron. Mm-hmm. I saw them like standing right next to the people with the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Better know what you're doing with this.
Yeah, and it's really not even like, it's to make it easy, because this is the thing, is the concept behind the cinema cameras in that way is that if you've never touched a cinema camera before, this is a huge opportunity in a very low stress environment to do that. Because any other situation, like when else are you going to be able to strap an Alexa 35 to yourself with anamorphic lenses if you haven't worked your way through the ranks to get there? There's not a lot of opportunities where you, especially to like shoot on a real lit installation, a set. Like, and that's the thing is with, the last one we had 6 different installations that were all different production design, lit very differently. And the next one we're going to have even more. So it's an incredible opportunity. And I would urge anyone that comes to Dreamhaus, don't be like Malik.
Do everything.
Do it.
Ride all the rides, man.
Ride all and we're going to be adding to the next one stills camera lenders as well. So we haven't gotten the official list of what we're going to have, but it's like, that's where it's like, I would love to have like the Hasselblad X2D and stuff like that, there, and maybe the Fuji, 100 GFX 100 S2 and stuff like that.
To get my hands on the Hasselblad. I mean, I just don't have. What is it, $7-8 grand now?
It's very expensive, and that's what I'm saying. This is the perfect event for you to be able to go, because the cool thing with the cinema cameras, with the stills cameras, whatever it might be, you're walking away with your footage at the end of the day.
Right.
Like that's the thing that's the incredible part. It's not like when you go to a trade show and they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars making this shooting gallery, basically. Right. And you go and you put your hands on the pan handle and you kind of pan from side to side and you go, yeah, it's a camera. Yeah, it's a lens. Like you just you're like, okay.
This looks cool. All right.
You're like,
I'm going home now.
You just looked at the little monitor on the camera. Right. Like it does nothing for you. But at Dreamhaus, you get to shoot. You walk away with your footage. We're actually trying to work to have a proper DIT with like on-set color workflow so that after you shoot, you can take your footage and sit down with a professional colorist from like a high-end color house and get to just do quick little, 30-minute session with them to kind of like get a look dialed in. Another thing that if you've never had a proper color session with a real colorist, incredible thing to expose yourself to.
Now that right there gets my gears going right there.
Right?
Man.
It's pretty cool. And that's what I want. I'm like, we have all of this. This is the thing. It's been very slow in the industry. And I look around at my friends and I realize they're made up of some of the most experienced motherfuckers in the industry doing massive projects. And unfortunately, how it is in the US right now, a lot of us are sitting around not really working that much. So why not get us together and do something that's for the community, for each other, as well as for the people that are coming up. And that goes to me like not gatekeeping. I don't gatekeep about anything. I very much believe in leaving the ladder down for the people, you know, coming up behind me and stuff.
100% commendable. That's like, man, when I went to Dreamhaus and saw the all the sets, oh my gosh. The car set, I think, bro, that was the first event I never took my flash to. Like I didn't even bring a flash. Like I was like, obviously I don't need it. Y'all lit your whole team was great too. Y'all lit the scenes perfectly, man. And like,
well, I appreciate it.
I literally I brought that camera right there and I just shot. I was like, they said they lit it. I'm gonna see how these cinematographers do with other people light their stuff and they just bring their camera and they came out so
good. I'm glad to hear that. Good, we did, I will say, if anybody's watching this, did go to the Dreamhaus. We did get some feedback from people that they, you know, the way that we light in cinema is a little bit different than how a lot of photographers light, and so
how to adjust.
We want to make sure the next one will have bounces. So if you want to fly in with a bounce, you'll have a bounce that'll be around for you to be able to use. And then I'll probably have some like battery powered lights, like some tubes and stuff, to make it a little bit easier for if you do need to, you know, bring something around to just get a little bit extra light. But I am really happy to hear that you felt good, because that's the idea of it. Is I want people to be able to just walk in with their cameras
and
just shoot. Because we have these incredibly curated production design sets with talent that we have casted in immaculate wardrobe, immaculate makeup. And it's the type of thing that usually you're only going to shoot something at this high production level if you're stressed out of your fucking mind. You know, like you are on a set and you are like, oh my God, we got to get this done. We got to get it done for the client. Like, no, this is great that you can go and you can get a nice little drink from the caterer and a chicken sandwich.
I was drinking those coffee. Oh man, those coffees were so good. Hold that thought. Yeah, I was drinking the hell out of those coffees. I was drinking Red Bulls. Well, I had one Red Bull. I'm off of Red Bull now. By the way,
You're off of Red Bull?
I'm off of Red Bull now.
That's really weird, because right when he got here, he asked me if I had any Red Bull.
But you see why I didn't get one, and I'm glad you didn't have one, because I wouldn't have earned my chip, man. But yeah, Red Bulls keep me like my dexterity. This is a tangent, but my dexterity on Red Bull was like, I can get everything done. Like I felt like my creative flow was going too on those, and I was like, I gotta kick. I've been tired lately, but I don't know what time it is now. I don't even have a watch on, but you see, I'm up. I usually sleep by 8 o'clock.
Oh damn!
I'm usually by 8 p.m. every day. But my day job, you don't know much about my life, but my day job, I'm a truck driver.
Really, I didn't know that.
2 a.m. every morning.
What?
2 a.m. every morning, but I'm done by like 1 p.m.
Oh, that's
2
cool.
p.m.
That's cool.
So I'm back, but I gotta wake right back up and do it. I don't work tomorrow, but 2 a.m. every day. So I'm used to drinking Red Bulls every day. Like just like wake up, middle of the day.
Jesus.
And I just had to completely stop. I was like, I went to the doctor and she was like, you should probably stop drinking all this.
You should probably stop. Holy shit, dude.
She was like, your heart rate's very low, but that I figured I found out that it has really nothing to do with each other. But she was like, if you keep drinking Red Bulls like this, you're gonna it's not a good thing. So I cut them out completely. I don't know what crazy thought made me be like, yeah, let's just go cold turkey. That'll be great for your body. You won't go through any withdrawals or anything like that. You won't crave this stuff. Yeah, just go cold turkey.
Boom, heart attack.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad, bro. Like, but now it's been like maybe 3 weeks now.
Okay, good.
Since no Red Bull and rarely like I had a little bit of coffee maybe 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I felt like I was flying. Like usually coffee didn't do anything for me, but that that caffeine did a little bit of caffeine.
Well, there you go.
40 milligrams. I don't know how many milligrams, but I was like, oh yeah, my body is getting back right.
That's super funny.
Caffeine had me rolling through the thing. But anyways, I go on tangents sometimes. But yeah, man, Dreamhaus was great. I'm glad y'all did. I'm glad y'all doing it again.
Yep.
Things like that just for the community. I love different avenues to go to as a creative. Like obviously it's ATL shooters, I have the exposure series, Dreamhaus, you and Megan, and those are all 3 different things that
very different. I love that.
Like ATL shooters, we'll talk about it, is huge in the community. Dreamhaus is like a curated set for just anybody. Like I remember one of the promos, you said, just bring your iPhone, you can shoot.
You can.
Camera's a camera, bring it, let's do it.
Or you can just, that's the thing, these are art installations that are deeply steeped in their own narrative and individual meetings to the artists that have put together. They're not just a set, And so that's the thing that's actually very just incredible about it, where you can just come and experience and watch with your eyes, if you want. You don't have to bring a camera if you don't want to, although it's like, of course, that's the fun of it, is being able to shoot on these different installations and stuff.
Right. Yes, I'm so happy that y'all are doing it. I'm so happy that I've met you. Because this is
happy I met you too, bud.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. That's so good. You're hilarious, man. Is there any last things you want to tell the people? I know. Well, before we do that, what type of music do you listen to, and what's your favorite thing right now? A lot of people say, "I listen to everything," but what's your 80% listen to?
You know what? Honestly, it's like it is. I am all over the place when it comes to music. But I don't even know why. My brain works really, really well on house music. So when I'm working and stuff, I'll just put house music on. I'll fall asleep to house music.
That's insane. That's insane. Working to it, falling asleep to you
legitimately, I'll put it at headphones on. I'll put headphones on the plane and I'll fall asleep to house music. It's really fucked up. I don't know what's going on there.
That's insane. Well, I actually enjoy house music a lot. More of the 80s house music, 80s, 90s. Newer stuff I haven't really gotten into like that because it just seems music to me, house music and specifically, I like hearing the old analog sound of it from back in the day. Now it sounds too professional. I know that sounds crazy, but it sounds too professional.
I see what you mean. It's way too clean.
Yeah, it's too clean. I like the inflections and the little mistakes in there.
Yeah,
that you
of
hear
course.
from the 80s. Listen, if you can listen to house music on a vinyl from the 80s, it's this is where it's at. This is.
I got to get into that. I don't think I really listened to much.
Imagine somebody in 1988. They go to a club that actually plays the music off the vinyls because they didn't have the whatever they had back then, Betamax. I don't know. I was born in 97, man. And just vibing like that. That's how I like to listen to stuff and watch stuff how it's supposed to be made.
Yeah.
This can go on for another hour because I just thought about watching stuff how it's supposed to be made, watching IMAX.
Yeah.
I've read that there's only 3 true IMAX screens in the United States.
Yeah.
3 true IMAX screens.
Which I think one of them is the Mall of Georgia, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's another one in California. And I don't know where the third one is. I read it, but I don't remember.
Might be DC or New York. I don't know.
Probably one of those.
But it is true. I saw Oppenheimer here in Mall of Georgia, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is actually
I
incredible.
watched Oppenheimer by myself. Nobody wanted to go with me. I was like, I'm going to go see Barbie. I was like, I mean, I'll see Barbie too, but I want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
by myself, IMAX Theater in Fayetteville. And I doxed myself. No, y'all know where the fuck I live. But I went to go see Oppenheimer in IMAX. I was like, I have to see this. Like,
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, those two are like my guys. I've seen everything Quentin Tarantino does. I'm still trying to get to everything Nolan did because I've came into his new stuff. I've watched more of his new stuff more than his old stuff. So I just watched Memento like maybe 3 months ago. So I had to figure out the rest of his filmography so I can watch it because he's like, I've just fell in love with his style. Like when the Odyssey comes out, first row, like not first row, but first day that it comes out, I'm going. Like I have to watch this stuff. But anyways, yeah, anything last thoughts or anything you want to tell the people? You want to, I mean, you can shout out your Instagram, but you have more followers than people that watch the pod. So, you know, you can, but I don't know how much it'll do for you.
I don't know. It's not, I don't know if you wanted to, I'm sure there's people watching this that have no clue who I am. So I'm like, at DeCon, DE_CON on Instagram. Same on YouTube, slowly growing the YouTube, repertoire. So there's more and more stuff coming out on there, slowly but surely. And I'm like, hardly ever active on TikTok anymore, actually. So,
TikTok is.
I don't know, man. You know what? I love this stuff. I'm 15 years in on my career, and you know, I had that moment, a hard look in the mirror, and I'm like, do I still love this? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this till I die. I love film. I love photography. I just love imaging. I love lighting. I will be doing, you know, if that day really comes when, you know, actually sitting down with cameras and shooting and lighting is no longer if it becomes obsolete, I will be one of those old dudes that is just still doing it. And they'll be like, what are you doing, Grandpa? And I'd be like, this is how we used to do it.
I'm filming.
This is how we used to film stuff, you know? And I love this. I've loved this for honestly a majority of my life now. I'm 33 years old, so I've loved film and photography longer than anything else, I guess, really. And I'm going to continue loving it into the future. So I don't know.
That's fire, man. DeCon, I appreciate you coming on the Malik Scylore Podcast. I really do appreciate you.
Absolutely, dude.
Well, I'm saying coming on. I'm at your place, but I appreciate you allowing the Malik Scylore Podcast to come into your home.
Of course,
and
dude.
sit here. To the audience, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Malik Scylore Podcast. Y'all know who I am. I'm Malik Scylore. Y'all know the podcast. It's the Malik Scylore Podcast. Special thanks to DeCon for coming on the podcast today. We'll see y'all same time, same place next week. I appreciate you. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
That's it.
Yay, we did it.